Hey, hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, well, it's been a long time. I tried to do some a live about retopologizing. Retopologizing these guys is just gonna be. Uh, I'm just gonna flow in the pipeline, just like that. I'm just gonna explain some small things in here. This is an alien that I just recently did a couple of 2 hours ago, I think, and it's just a bust, and that's it. And yeah, some people is a little bit concerned about the loops. The loops are pretty important in retopologizing for characters and things like that. This is not 100% my specialty, but I know the process pretty well since I was working on Disney uh, projects in there. I did a couple of characters in there, and guys, when you're a 3D modeler, you need to try experiment. Not only hard surface products, environments, props, assets, also characters and things like that. And yeah, the thing is this. So first of all, I have this alien, so I'm gonna work on orthographic because in perspective, I know that we have some benefits, but in orthographics is much better because you're gonna be able to zoom in really close. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, as you can see here, it has some influence about Star Wars and other stuff in there, but I just tried just to use my imagination and things like that. I just did something pretty quick, just in 2 hours, something like that. And yeah, okay, guys, let's just start. First of all, in Blender, when you're working on characters and things like that, you need to be concerned about how the loops are gonna behave in the muscles on the face, the body, and things like that. So first of all, so we need to realize that we will start just working on the eyes, then we're gonna just start spreading the rest of the loops in the rest of the character. So um the mask for the face in here, so we're gonna have a loop that is gonna go this way in here, that is gonna just spread the lines in here about the polygons and the way of the flow and things like that. So at the end of the day, we're gonna start just using um, the mirror modifier in order just to see everything in form, in shape. So why we call it the masking here is because we're gonna have a loop like here. So this also is gonna spread like this until this area of the face and the forehead, so to the eyebrows. At the end of the day, this character doesn't have eyebrows. So, and also we're gonna have another loop that is going this way in here, to the middle of the nose, and we're gonna have these lines that they're going to work like this. It's going like this, like this, like this. So we're gonna have also a line in here that is going to work like this, so something like this in the middle. But not only that, so also you need to be concerned that we need the gesture, how the person, when you smile, when you project different mood in here. So the gesture in here, so it's gonna have a loop in here. Normally in humans, in 100% humans, we have this gesture in the in this side of the nose of the characters. So in this case, for example, our character doesn't have any nose or nasal holes in there, so it's going this way. So you have several options. For example, it's gonna work if you go and take this loop until here in the neck, in the apple neck in here, or you can take this guy until here and here. It's alright, 100%, doesn't matter. So at the end of the day, we're gonna have something like this, and the mouth is something pretty similar. It's gonna be like a circular looping here that is gonna project our loops like this, something like this. And mainly we're gonna start using extraction, cloning, or duplicate some pieces in there. So the rest of the topology, I think this is gonna be like 2 or 3 sessions, because I'm gonna be a little bit busy this week. So I'm just gonna start just right now with the setup. So first of all, we need to select this, and we need to put cursor to select exactly in the middle. So first of all, you can just add a plane, or you can just add a vertex, and that's it. We need to go to edit mode, and we're gonna move this guy in here. We're gonna start from the eyes. And what do we need to know about retopologizing in Blender 4.4.3? So first of all is you need to select faces, and then face project, and then you need to have closest, and you can leave the rest like this, and that's it. So there's other kind of setups for that, but this is the setup that is working for me 100%. So I don't have any troubles with this setup. So first of all is activate the magnet, and then face closest, just be sure that it's closest, then face project, and don't move anything like this, because this is for different setups. So I'm gonna add a mirror modifier in here, and I'm gonna be sure that it's projected in the other side, and I'm gonna start using the clipping in order just to avoid destruction, just go from one side to the other side and crossing and causing a crash in there. And so we're gonna just start just working like this, and then my way to start just retopologizing in here is gonna be like the eyes first. So one good advice when you are just retopologizing things by hand, I mean, I can use ZBrush for the Z remeasure, I know, but the thing is this: when you start just using automate or AI retopologizing things, so you will never get the correct loops that production needs 100%. So that's something that you will never have control, 100% control on the muscles that you need. So I prefer in my case just to use my way, slowly. At some point, I know it sounds weird, but I prefer to do a good project a little bit slow than do something pretty quick, because fast things at the end of the day they become something not good. So I'm gonna start just putting a couple of vertices in here, not so much, just to give the motion of the flow in here. So we have this. So at the end of the day, let me just check in here. Yep, statistics. So at the end of the day, we have 12 vertices in there. So don't start anything with so many points or so many polygons in there. So the reason is because you're gonna get a little bit crazy when you have a lot of points in there, so you will not be able to control the things that easy when you have those points in there. So just be sure that you do not have so many points. So I'm gonna start with something pretty simple. I'm just gonna just go like this. The clipping is just working pretty good, as you can see here, because it's just avoiding the crossing each other like that. And then we can just start just working with the loops in here. I'm gonna just click, let me just put the screencast. I always completely forgot every time I just start casting in here, so I hate that. So I'm gonna just click E, and I'm gonna start just adding a line in there. Then I'm gonna press F, and it's gonna give me the, I'm gonna reverse the face, because the face should be facing outside. So why is looking a little bit blue? This facing here is something that I activated previously, so I'm gonna show you. So this is an option that it's a little bit similar like Maya or 3D Max. So if you click it, it's gonna just project the face in the front a little bit, like 0.2 millimeters, and it's gonna just show you in a more proper way your things in front. So I'm just gonna click this guy in here, and then I'm gonna put my cursor in here, and then I'm gonna press F. It's gonna give me the polygon that is missing in there. So it's because I have 1, 2, 3 points in there, and then we're missing the other one in here that is gonna complete the 4-face polygon in there. So let's just do exactly the same for the rest of this guy in here. As I told you before, guys, just when you're working in characters, please do not start a character with so many lines in there. I'm talking about modeling, because many people just start just arguing about use ZBrush and things like that and blah blah blah. And when you're sculpting is sculpting, is not modeling. You're just sculpting with a high res clay in there. So modeling is just the process just to give some shape with basic polygons in there with low resolution or mid resolution in here. So I'm just pressing the F because we have 1, 2, 1, 2, but we're missing one line. So if I put my cursor in here in the other side and then I press F, it's gonna just fill it in there. So let's just continue with this, and I'm gonna add Control R, another point in there, F, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more space. I'm gonna move these guys in here because they're gonna be the exactly the eyes of the muscle in there. Let's just move a little bit these guys. I'm so sorry if you are hearing a little bit of wind in here because I have a fan in my room because it's really hot here right now in the north of Mexico. Is in the north here in Tamaulipas, this is almost like 45 42 degree Celsius in the north. It's really hot in here, and I had to put my fan in here. I have two fans. I have one ceiling fan and one on the floor. So I'm so sorry if you hear a little bit some noise in there. I'm so sorry about that, man. I don't have AC. It's too expensive. So I'm gonna do this. And one good advice when you're working on characters, try to fix and try to give a little bit room, give enough space between the vertices and things like that, equal spaces, I mean, because if you have larger spaces, like for example, let me just show you. For example, I had something like this. So this space is really small compared to this one. So let's just move a little bit in here, just in order to have something a little bit more equal. Let's just move this guy something like this, and let's just continue. Let's just press F in here, something like this. Let's just click this guy and then E. Let's just move this something like this, something like this, and let's just start just completing this area. As you can see, let's just in the middle, then just take it down. Oh my god, man. I don't know why it's reacting like this. It's really weird. So let's just finish something like this. And as you can see here, we're working properly with the loops in here right now. For example, we have this loop and we have the way to start just creating the mask in here like this. So we can increase the spaces in there. That's up to you guys. I will, in my case, I'm gonna just start just adding another one, something like this. And then what I'm gonna do with this case, for example, is I'm gonna just take this guy and I'm gonna just start extruding like this. Let's just for example, just leave it in here and then add one in here. You don't have to, at this point, you don't have to complete every or match every vertex in here right now. First of all, we need to complete a little bit the silhouette in there, and retopologizing characters is a little bit like just be patient and don't get desperate. Let's just do something like this, and we're gonna just click this guy. I have another way to extrude here in Blender, is just hold on control and then left click and put your cursor in here. So it's gonna make extrude from here to here like this. So it's gonna optimize a little bit your time in terms of modeling. So let's just match a little bit the points, not all the points. We just need to see how the mask is gonna look right now. Try to a little bit to move all the things in order just to the flow. So in here we're gonna put one in here, we need one more in here, and we can just start just moving things a little bit more like this. We can just click these two guys and then press F and then put your cursor in this way, and then we're gonna let me just finish this guy because in here, because I'm gonna show you how fast is this when you are just completing things here in Blender. Let's just put this guy in here and then this. So what we can do in here is just select these two guys, then put your cursor in this side because we need to complete from here to here, and then just leave your mouse in here and then press F, 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 and it's gonna autocomplete and match the things that you already have in there. So in here I need one more line in here, or we need to detach that one. Just move this and then do exactly the same process. So this is the fill tool that we have in here. The fill is the F2 tool. So try to organize all your topology in here is really important, just to organize all this stuff in here, because this is gonna be at the end of the day your character is gonna react to the flow of your topology. So I already know I'm conscious that we need more topology for this guy, because we're missing some areas in here. But first of all, when you start retopologizing, just start from something pretty low, because at the end of the day, if you I repeat, if you use so much topology at the beginning, you're gonna have so much trouble in future when you need to complete the piece. So let's just move just a little bit these guys in here. We need to move just a little bit. All right, so we need to I think we have some problems in here. I don't know why we are having so many troubles with that. I just changed to face nearest because there's something pretty weird with this. I have been using face project since a long time, but this I think this is a bug, a small bug that they haven't fixed yet. So this is okay. This is flowing pretty good actually. So let's just add a little bit more space in there. And what we're gonna do in here is we're gonna add another loop in here in order just to complete this guy. We can just move, for example, these guys in here. Select this one until this guy, and then double G to slide, and we can just readjust these three guys in here just to give a little bit more space. Let's just go to this way, then until this way, slide them. And at the moment we have something like this. So let's just make a small test just in order just to show you what we have right now. For example, let's just add a subdivision surface like 2 times, and then we're gonna add deform modifier, a displace, or a shin grab, and then we're gonna just click this guy in here above the surface. This is very important. So if I increase a little bit the levels in here and we hide what we have in the back, so as you can see, the projection is just working properly, just not with this part, because we still need more topology just to do that. But as you can see here, is going pretty well actually. Let's just change this to on surface. It's alright. Above the surface, like 0.001 or 2. So as you can see, it's just projecting all the details right now of the surface. The only thing that I am not 100% happy is because these sections in here are just causing so much trouble. Let's just turn off a little bit the real-time display, and let's just go back to this guy in here. So it's because we have not so much topology in here. At the end of the day, we need more topology in here. So what I would do in here is just to change the direction in this case. But first of all, I'm gonna just add another loop in here because we need it. I'm gonna just put it like this. I think not this way. I think the loop should be in here like this. Let's just go this way, and we can just change it like this way and add an anchor in here. So at the end of the day, we will need, for example, this loop in here, and these guys in here, also in here, because you know the tier beginning where the tiers just come, this side and this side. So we need to just add some extra topology in there. Something like this, and let's just add these guys in here. Let's just move this guy. Oh my god. There's something a little bit weird with this version of Blender. I don't know why it's just behaving a little bit like shaky. Oh man. Let's just unclick this guy. No. Yeah, something is happening with this version. Is a little bit weird, the act of these guys in here. I don't know. It's possibly they changed something that I 100% missed. I don't know. I need to check all the glossary. Something like this. And yeah, at the end of the day, we need more topology on this guy. So we have in here, we have 16, so you can have 32, but also you can have, I don't know, 48, depending on the pipeline. For example, I don't know, a kaiju, you're gonna have, I don't know, possibly 128 or 256, because the proportions, at the end of the day, you need to work in real measures, like one-on-one. So a kaiju is almost like 250 meters, so you will need so much topology in there for making wrinkles and things like that, depending on the render camera. If the render camera is gonna get close to the eye or something like that that we saw on the movies, so you will need so much topology in there, and also you will need to work with UDIMs in there. So we have 16, so I'm gonna add one more in here, and we're gonna just reorganize all of these guys in here. One more. At the end of the day, we have 20. So first of all, I'm gonna complete this guy. In the rest of this project, I'm gonna add a line in here. It's gonna be necessary because at the end of the day, we need to move these guys in here. We need that space, and then we can just redo this redirection in there. That's not a big deal. So let's just take these guys in here. Let's just extrude this. We need to click again the clipping because it's not working properly. There's something weird in this. It's not working properly. I'm gonna check all the things in there, because it's, when I was working in 3.0, all my settings, they were working properly. I was just running like butter. So I'm gonna just add one more line in there, This is something that is causing so much trouble. And then I'm gonna F in here, F, and I'm just gonna follow the shape in here. So this one is gonna be the guide that is gonna make all the rhythm for the gesture. From here I'm gonna just extrude, then I'm gonna just rotate this guy until this section. Yeah, it's like dancing, this guy. I don't know why. This is weird. So freaking weird. Yeah. I'm gonna click this guy in here, and then I'm gonna add one more in there. Yeah, it's not going above. Yeah, there's something weird in here. I need to check all the things in all the settings. I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm so sorry. I didn't see the chat. Yeah, I'm doing great right now. But you know, I'm gonna be a little bit busy this week, and I'm gonna make this live like in 3 parts or 4 possibly, because I need to go with the doctor, and also I need to take care of my family. And I'm trying to lose weight, man, because when I came back from Canada, I just got like 110 kilograms, and I should be in 75 kilograms. So I need to lose some weight. I need to go to for jogging, running, calisthenics, because I need to be in good shape, man, for health. I mean, just imagine if I apply to another company or something like that, they need a guy in good shape. I mean, healthy, because they want to be sure that you're gonna perform at work in a pretty good way, man. You don't get sick, you don't get a heart attack or things like that. In my case, I got some weight. I gained some weight because in Canada there's a lot of sodium, like so much salt in the food in there, man. I know condiments are completely different than salt. I know in Mexico we have a lot of food with so many condiments and fat and things like that, but I have to be honest. In Mexico, for example, it's cheaper than there. I mean, the fruits, the veggies you eat. If you want, you can eat healthy here in Mexico in a cheaper way than in Canada, because, for example, the cost of avocados in there is really no DD no no, oh no, man. So it's very different. I need to lose weight, man. I need to get healthy, and yeah. So this is at the end of the day. So as you can see in here, so we have the mask in here for this guy, and we have the loop, for example, for the eyes, and we have the gesture in here. So these are the loops in a principal basis for characters in here. There's more loops that we need to finish in there, and for example, the mouth is gonna be something a little bit completely different. I'm gonna need just to duplicate one guy in here, and then work like this. I'm just gonna do like hold down control and then left click, and I'm just gonna start just like drawing something like this. Yeah, and then we're gonna complete at the end of the day, the mouth, the lips are gonna be circular um, loop in here, something like this. So as you can see, I didn't sculpt the inside of the mouth. Commonly, I do that almost at the end of the things, and yeah. And for today, I'm gonna leave the live just in here, guys, because right now is 1:44 a.m. here in Mexico, and I'm getting a little bit tired. I just wanted just to start something basic in here with this sculpt that I did um, uh, like 2 hours and 45 minutes ago. I just did it just for fun, just for me, and something like that. That's it. And yeah, it's this is what we have right now for the topology. So we have something that it doesn't have so much um, lines, so much polygons in there. It's just something just to get the shape of the mask in here. So we have this, and we have this, and we have the other one for the mouth. So we're gonna continue in the next section. Oh no. No, no, I don't go parties, dude. I don't go parties. I don't drink and I don't smoke. I don't like it, man. I'm a very serious guy in that way. I'm a healthy guy. I was a military guy a long time ago, and I prefer to stay healthy. I don't like alcohol and tobacco. I prefer good food and things like that. Enjoy life. I mean, but yeah, that's it, guys. And for today, I think that's it. And I'm gonna try possibly on Friday to continue this the second part. I'm 43, dude. I'm an old dog. I'm an old dog. Yeah, I'm 43 years old. Um, I don't like it, even though I grew up with my grandma a long time ago. I grew up with my grandma, my grandpa, the first 14 years of my life. 43. I'm 43. I'm an old guy. Yeah, I know I sound a little bit younger, but also I look younger than my age. But it's okay, man. That's it. It's I'm not a bitter guy. It's just I don't like alcohol and tobacco and things like that. I prefer exercise, workout, 3D. I'm a musician. I play drums and I play the bass and the piano. So that's it. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, and see you next time. And try to watch this from the beginning and try to just get a feedback by yourself with the video. And possibly on Friday, I'm gonna continue very late because I need to watch my first my personal stuff in here. So thank you very much, and see you later, guys.